Hey there everyone, this is Lavon Cason here, back at it again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about, two topics, which is, Gotham Knights is going to be 30 frames per second with no performance or quality options for the next-gen consoles, and also, too, I'm going to be talking about, Xbox Series S, whether it'll hold back, multi-platform gaming or whatever. So let's get on to the first topic, which is pretty much this right here. WB Games Montreal has confirmed that Gotham Knights on consoles will run at 30 frames per second with no performance or quality up. To me, honestly, I think Gotham Knights could run at 60 frames per second. I think it could. Because if you look at the minimum spec requirements for the PC version of Gotham Knights, as you can see, Intel Core i5, 96K, or AMD Ryzen 3600, 3.6 gigahertz. Look at the memory, 8 gigabytes of RAM. You only need 8 gigabytes of RAM, not 16, not 12, or anything like that, just 8 gigabytes of RAM. And the graphics card that is required for minimum specs is GTX 1660 Ti. Or if you have an AMD, it's RX 590. Wow. I think that these consoles are somewhat more powerful than these GPUs right here. And this is for 1080p 60 low quality settings. I definitely do think that it is possible for these consoles, the Xbox Series X and S and PS5, to have the game running at 60 frames per second. Like, I honestly think it is possible, because if you look at these minimum spec requirements, which these consoles are way more powerful than that, then I think it should be possible for 60 frames per second to happen. That is honestly how I feel about Gotham Knights being at 30 frames per second. I think it's possible for these consoles to do it, but it'll probably happen, months later. And, I'm gonna give you guys an example. I remember, Dying Light 2, which is the D series as exists, though. Microsoft won't let you launch on one without the other. An entire generation of games hamstrung by that potato. Now, this guy right here, Lee, or whatever his last name, Lee Devano, I think that's what his last name is, whatever, has said that the series has a potato, pretty much. The question is that a lot of people are asking at this point in 2022 is that, is the Xbox Series S holding back next-gen gaming? And my thoughts on that is, I don't think it's the Xbox Series S. Exactly. I think it's those minimum spec PCs that are holding back next-gen gaming. And I got a couple games here that are next-gen only so far. And let me show you guys the minimum spec requirements for these games. And look at that. Look at these low-end spec requirements for this game right here. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Man, you just need 8 gigs of RAM and 4 gigabytes of RAM with dedicated video memory. Like, man. Integrate or dedicate DirectX 9 compatible sound card. And you need at least, DirectX 11 and shader model 5.1 support. And look at that. An Intel Pentium dual-core G 3220. So you just need a dual-core CPU in order to run Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. And mind you, this game isn't on, Xbox One or PS4 or anything like that. No. This game is only on the next-gen consoles, meaning that it's only on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S. Honestly, I think this game could have ran on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, honestly, but this example right here shows that I don't think it's the Series S that exactly is holding these next generation consoles back. It's honestly the PC minimum spec requirements that's holding these next generation gaming back, if anything. So let's look at Deathloop. What are the minimum requirements of Deathloop, to be honest with you guys? And it's a Intel Core i5 8400, 2.8 gigahertz with an AMD Ryzen 5 1600, 12 gigabytes of RAM, a NVIDIA GTX 1060. So for a graphics card, and for a game like Deathloop, which is next gen only, and it's not on the last generation, you just need a GTX 1060 in order to run the game. Not a, well, for recommended, you need an RTX 2060, but for minimum requirements, you just need an RX 580 or a GTX 1060. Like, that's all you need in order to get the game running on your low-end or mid-range or whatever you want to call it PC. As you guys are seeing here, it's not the Series X. It's the minimum spec PC requirements that is holding next generation gaming back, to be honest with you guys. Until then, next gen gaming is going to be held back by PCs, you know, specifically minimum spec PCs. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section below of this video. What are you guys' thoughts on Gotham Knights being 30 FPS? And what are you guys' thoughts on, is the Series S, you know, holding back next-gen gaming? Or is it these minimum spec PCs that is holding back next-gen gaming? Let me know in the comment section below of this video. Hope you guys have a good day in peace and bye.